The price of beauty. In the quiet suburbs of Austin, Texas, mornings began with routine, joggers on tree-lined streets, sprinklers ticking rhythmically, and neighbors exchanging polite waves. It was the kind of place where people believed nothing truly bad could happen. That belief was their weakness. And Fiona Blake knew exactly how to use it. Fiona wasn't just beautiful, she was deliberate. Every movement, every glance, every word she spoke carried purpose. Her charm wasn't natural, it was engineered. People didn't just like her, they trusted her without understanding why. And trust, to Fiona, was currency. She had been married twice. Ethan Blake, her ex-husband, still carried scars from loving her, emotional ones he never fully admitted. He worked long shifts at a warehouse, living a quiet life, but Fiona's shadow lingered. Marcus Reed, her current husband, believed he had rescued her from a broken past. A mechanic by trade, simple and sincere, he saw Fiona as someone fragile, someone worth protecting. He had no idea he was living inside her carefully constructed illusion. Then there were the others. Tyler Grant, restless, ambitious, always chasing something bigger. Derek Shaw, nervous, cautious, but greedy enough to stay. Luis Ortega, silent, observant, the kind of man who spoke only when necessary. 5 men, all connected by one woman, none of them fully aware of the others. The setup. Dr. Daniel Harper lived a disciplined life, a respected physician with a successful private clinic in downtown Austin. He was known for his professionalism and generosity. He was also alone. That made him vulnerable. The day Fiona walked into his clinic, everything changed, though he didn't realize it then. "I've been feeling tired lately," she said softly, sitting across from him. Dr. Harper glanced up from his notes and paused. She held his gaze just a second longer than necessary. It was enough. Over the next few days, she returned for follow-ups. Conversations became longer, less clinical, more personal. "You work too much," she told him once, smiling faintly. He chuckled. "Comes with the job." "Or maybe," she said, leaning slightly forward, "you just don't have the right distractions." That was the moment the line blurred. Within a week, they were texting. Within 2, he was buying her gifts. Within a month, he was emotionally invested. Fiona watched it all unfold, with quiet precision. The conspiracy. They gathered late one night in an old garage on the outskirts of Austin. The air smelled of oil and dust. "This is risky," Derek said, pacing. "We're talking about kidnapping, not some small scam." Fiona stood still, arms crossed, her expression calm. $3 million, she said. "That's what he's worth." Marcus shook his head. "Fiona, this isn't right." She turned to him, her tone soft but firm. "You trust me, don't you?" Marcus hesitated. "Of course I do." Ethan let out a dry laugh. "Funny how we're all here because of you." Tyler smirked. "Yeah, guess we all got our reasons." Louise remained silent, watching Fiona closely. She stepped forward, her voice lowering. "This is clean, controlled. No one gets hurt. We take the money, and we walk away." Derek stopped pacing. "And if something goes wrong?" Fiona met his eyes. "It won't." That confidence sealed it. One by one they agreed, the abduction. It happened just before sunrise. Dr. Harper stepped out of his home, stretching slightly before starting his usual jog. The street was quiet, bathed in pale morning light. A white van approached slowly. Too slowly. Before he could react, the side door slid open. 2 masked men jumped out. "What?" He barely managed before being grabbed. A struggle. A muffled shout. Within seconds he was pulled inside. The van sped off. From the front passenger seat, Fiona adjusted her sunglasses, her face expressionless. "Drive," she said calmly. Captivity. The farmhouse outside Waco was isolated, decaying, forgotten. Perfect. Dr. Harper sat tied to a chair in a dimly lit room, fear etched into every breath. "Please," he said when Marcus entered with food. "You don't have to do this." Marcus avoided his eyes. "Just cooperate." Days blurred together. Then Fiona arrived. She walked into the room like she didn't belong there. "Fiona?" Dr. Harper's voice cracked. She gave a faint smile. "Hello, Daniel. You set this up?" A pause. "Yes." "Why?" he whispered. She tilted her head slightly. "Because you could afford it." The negotiation. The ransom demand was clear. $3 million, but reality interfered. Dr. Harper's financial limits, delays, risks. Arguments broke out among the group. This is falling apart, Derek snapped. We lower the demand, Tyler suggested. Fiona shook her head. No. We stay firm. Marcus stepped in. He can't get that much. Silence filled the room. Finally, Fiona spoke again. Fine. We adjust. The number dropped to 580,000. The exchange was arranged carefully. No police, no mistakes. The money was delivered. Dr. Harper was released, shaken, traumatized, alive. The investigation. Detective Laura Mitchell had handled complex cases before, but this one felt off. Too many hands in it, she muttered, reviewing the evidence. That's where they'll slip. Her partner, Detective Harris, leaned over. Where do we start? Everything, she said. They dug into call records, bank transactions, surveillance footage. Days passed with little progress. Then, a breakthrough. Laura, look at this, Harris said, pointing at the screen. A burner phone ping, just once, near Fiona's apartment. Laura leaned back, eyes narrowing. That's not coincidence. The breakdown. They started surveillance. Fiona moved carefully, but not perfectly. Marcus grew nervous. Tyler made mistakes. Ethan drank more. Louise stayed distant. Pressure built, then Marcus cracked. During interrogation, he broke within hours. I didn't plan it, he said, sweating. It was Fiona. She planned everything. He listed them all. One by one, arrests followed. Ethan resisted, but not for long. Tyler tried to run. He failed. Louise surrendered quietly. Derek panicked and confessed. And Fiona? She didn't run. The final interrogation. Fiona sat calmly across from Detective Mitchell. You're smarter than this, Laura said. So why make such a basic mistake? Fiona smiled faintly. People make mistakes. Not you. A pause. Then Fiona leaned forward slightly. Not usually. Laura studied her. This wasn't your first time. Fiona's smile widened, just a little. No. Temple, Laura said. 50,000. Fiona said nothing. That's how you got confident, Laura continued. That's how this escalated. Silence. Then Fiona spoke. Money disappears quickly, she said, especially when you have partners. Laura shook her head. You weren't partners. You were using them. Fiona didn't deny it. The end. The charges were severe. Kidnapping, conspiracy, extortion. As Fiona was let out in handcuffs, cameras flashing, she remained composed, almost untouched. But beneath that calm exterior, something had shifted. Not regret, not fear, something colder. Because in the end, the plan didn't fail because it was flawed. It failed because people are too emotional, too unpredictable, too weak. And in a world where every call leaves a trace, every action creates evidence, and every lie eventually cracks,